You're now listening to INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio.
Everyone who is listening and watching. So, welcome to another exciting program of INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. And today's host is Kim, and with me is CJ.
Hello, everyone. Tuning in to INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. I hope hope you are all having a wonderful Sunday today. Yes, I am CJ coming to you live here in the west side of the UK in Wales. And it's cold and rainy today, but hopefully this show will bring so much warmth for everyone tuning in. But I'm not the only one here on INC Radio. Who else is with us today? Very exciting. Hi.
Hi CJ. Hello everybody, and I hope everybody's having a happy Sunday this afternoon. And I'm Senli Grace Medina, and I'm currently in Dublin right now. So I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday. And we have so many things to unpack and tell everyone about our show for this afternoon. So I'll let Kim to do all of that right now. Kim, go on and do the honors.
Hi, Sen and CJ. So, for today's topic discussion, it is changing tastes. So, have you noticed the foods you eat don't quite taste the same as they used to? Maybe your meal tastes bland, or your favorite snack isn't as delicious as you remember. You might be experiencing a common part of the natural aging process. Ouch. Maturity brings more grown up and healthier eating habits. Like any people, there are some foods that we disliked as young children, but now really enjoy and appreciate as adults. Let us explore together how our taste buds change as we get older. So everyone there in the team live chat, or for those who are listening, join in the topic. Share about your foods that you enjoyed back when you were younger, and how that changed now that you are older. So, for our first question, reflecting on your childhood, what are some foods that you liked and disliked as a child? So, CJ, what are those for you?
Wow, I'm the first one to answer the question, huh? Um, very, very nice topic, by the way. I feel older now, Sister Kim. We're gonna be reflecting on our childhood memories. But I think to answer your question, when I was a child, thinking about it now, I wasn't a fan of vegetables. I don't know if you can relate to this, but now that I'm older, I love vegetables and any kind of vegetable. I just love. I like what our producer today, like what San mentioned during our pre-prod. I think when we were younger, I think there was a study. Tend to we tend to like sweeter food. Yeah.
Sweet things, yeah.
But I'm not a sweet. I don't have a sweet tooth. Like I'm not a sweet person. I'm not into desserts or anything like that. And so I think that yes, more. I don't know what I'm going with this. Less vegetables when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, I love my vegetable because I have to be healthy. I have to go on a healthier side of things.
Like when you say vegetables, CJ, like what vegetables are you talking about? Like
any kind of vegetables, like say for example, when I can't even remember what kind of vegetables I ate when I was a child because I probably didn't have any.
All meat.
Yes, I think I don't know when I was a child, but now I love any sort of vegetables, like anything that you can find in a salad, cucumber. What else is in a salad? Lettuce, tomatoes.
I don't know if like you get the same feeling as me, and I don't know if we were talking about this even before we went live. But for me now, I appreciate vegetables that have I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, like earthier taste. I think that's the most descriptive way that I could describe
Earthier
vegetables.
taste?
Like for example, I really appreciate like really good quality carrots,
Oh
and I
yes,
could taste how like that
Oh,
taste that came from
true,
like
true, true,
really good
true.
soil.
yes,
That taste.
yes. Okay, yeah. No,
And
before,
there's
yes, I
natural
agree. I agree. And you can tell the difference between like a good soil, like a good
A good
vegetable.
soil.
You know?
I know it's gonna go into that, but like it's just funny how you appreciate it more as an adult. I believe, and like there's natural sweetness of things that you
Mhm.
wouldn't associate with like vegetables that you didn't like as a child, because you wouldn't think like vegetables sweet, as a child. It's more
Yes.
like bitter or like
Mhm.
it's like just ick.
Yes. How about Kim? What did you like as a child and what did you dislike as a child?
What I liked as a child, like it's true what Sen said about sweet things. I used to be able to finish like a big bar like on my own, like a whole like bar of chocolate,
Mhm.
like nonstop.
Yeah.
But I've I felt sad, realizing now that I can't even finish a whole chocolate without feeling it. My neck, the back of my neck. Things that I dislike as a kid.
I
I
think
I didn't I didn't dislike much, like, cause I do love my food,
you do love your
but
food.
I think I've been more open to like just raw vegetables. Cause I used to see like the girls in my school, cause I went in a girls' school.
Yeah.
They eat like raw carrots and celery, and then they dip
Yes.
it in hummus. And then, cause I was quite not educated on that side with the chickpeas and the hummus and whatnot. But that's for another story. Anyways, moving forward. I do now I realize I enjoy like stuff like tomato. Like I would just eat it on its own or even like have that with rice. So it's just rice and then tomato, or like rice and cucumber. Like
Mm.
kind of for me it's like less is more. I don't know. I think my taste buds has gone from like very no, it's gone bland ever since, because I'm when I moved to Europe, like everything was just plain. There's nothing wrong with plain, but now that I'm a bit older, I think I would say my taste buds is more on the bland side, but it makes me more sensitive to stronger taste,
Mhm.
if you get what I mean. How
Yes.
about you,
And
Siege? CJ?
me, I agree. Like I think when we were younger, we were more into like just plain, more of a plain food. Like I was happy with for breakfast. I think it was just like, well, as an adult, I still enjoy it, like just toast and toast and egg.
Butter,
Yeah, or
egg.
yeah, toast and egg, or like rice and egg. Just simple like that. But now that I'm older, you can add maybe like avocado or tomatoes on your toast and make a nice breakfast toast, right?
I never thought avocado was something you put on bread.
Bread. I know
It's a
exactly,
dessert. It's a dessert. You put
right?
condensed
Yes,
milk
yes, and I
and
think
then
that interlinks to our next question. It says here, how has your taste changed over time? Um, I think now that we're older. Oh, do I go first? Now that we're older, I think we are more exposed to what food complement each other. Say, I don't know, like what we said, we never thought that avocado would go so well with bread, right?
yeah.
And we are also exposed now that we're older, from my experience, because of the traveling that I've been doing for the past few years with my family. I'm able to experience and taste different dishes from different countries that I go to. And so it's a taste of their culture. And I really, my taste has changed over time because of the holidays that I've been to, the countries that I've visited. And so when I try to make them at home, I try my best to create the same uh, dishes or cuisine. But yeah, that's one of the factors that help my taste buds to change over time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on this. Like a lot of traveling and also like influences from your family. One of the things that I think I mentioned even before the show, but like this is something that I just remembered while you were talking, CJ. Um, my dad used to travel a lot for work. So one of the jobs that he had to do, he was paired with a Korean company. So that's the first time I was
Oh,
introduced to Korean food. So
wow.
when I was like
Early
five
days.
or six,
Nice.
yeah, 5 or 6 years old, my dad would bring home kimchi and
Oh,
like some yeah, some Korean probiotics and stuff. And initially I was like, oh, smelly, it's so smelly. And
yeah.
I don't understand why my dad would really enjoy it and like would bring home a lot more stuff every week.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just can't, I can't understand. And then now that it's like Korean food is everywhere, and it's in your supermarkets now, and obviously like your palate has matured, and now it's like there's something missing sometimes when you don't taste something like kimchi and you're like, let's say, like your instant ramen noodles. It feels like it needs something,
Yes.
like,
Yes. There's something
yeah,
missing. That's why
yeah,
I
there's
said
something
earlier,
missing.
you now know what complements your food. Like
Yes.
little side
And also
dishes. Maybe.
yeah, and also I mentioned this like when we were running the program before the actual live show. Like now I appreciate good quality olive oil, although it's very, very expensive. I feel like
Yes. You
I
can
feel
tell the
like we need it.
difference. You
Yes,
can
I
tell the
can tell the
difference.
difference with like color and even just
Of
the
course
taste of it.
she can tell the difference. She's a chef.
No, but I appreciate a lot more because before like our like some of our friends in church, a lot of them are like Italians and stuff, and before I was like, no, like they just dip the bread in the olive oil, and I don't
Yes.
understand.
Yes, and the
And I was,
balsamic vinegar. Like
yes, that I don't understand before, and I was like,
yeah.
it's just oil and like vinegar. What would it taste like?
Yeah.
And then now it's so funny how like you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Bread and olive oil
Yeah.
and balsamic vinegar, just it
Mhm.
just it's complementary. And yeah, it's just so funny how like if people influence how you view food, and also the traveling too.
Yes.
It helps quite a lot. And also, like I mentioned this as well, and both of you kind of made a face on me when I first mentioned this. And now I really do appreciate good sparkling water. So
Sparkling
Yeah,
water.
those,
Who else
yeah.
likes
So
sparkling
sparkling
water?
water.
yeah, for those who don't know, sparkling water is fizzy water. So it could come in
Still
a
ice.
yeah, variety of flavors. But for me, the best way you can have it is plain sparkling water. And I hope there's a team sparkling water on our live chat. Please support me.
Support San. Whoever likes sparkling water. Shout
Yes.
out
What about
San.
you? What about you, Kim? Like for you, what would be like? What is something that definitely your palate or your taste buds have matured, and definitely you're turning into like a grown up. Did you have that moment too?
Yeah, when I started to like olives on their own, and like I just knock on them. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I'm not
It's
into
so nice.
olives. Okay, please
Olives.
explain.
Oh, olive. I don't know. It's just like salty but earthy, and just the texture. I don't know. It's an
Oh,
acquired taste, I think. But I no, at first I didn't like it, but then because I used to work in a place where there was a lot the owner was middle from the Middle East, so he would always like bring in olives and sun dried tomato.
yes.
So the curious me like just tried it at first, didn't like it, but then he encouraged me to like keep eating it, and then I just got used to it, and then I enjoy eating them now. It's like with feta cheese. Oof.
Oh, brie
Olives with
cheese.
feta,
See, now I know. Now I'm also learning like the
different
different
cheese.
types of cheese.
Yeah,
The yes, and also, oh, sorry, to add to what you were saying,
that's
to
fine.
interlink with the question, a lot of our bookloads, those who are married inside the church, they do a lot of cooking demo, like especially here in the region of Wales, and I learned a lot from them. Like I think I remember there was a time where they did a cooking demo of like a breakfast toast, like what we mentioned earlier, and they did different cheese. They put cheese on it, and then it's like s- sort of like vanilla yogurt. I didn't even know there's such thing, a vanilla yogurt. And
With bread?
yes, with bread, exactly. And yeah, and then you can put like walnuts and then egg on top. See, that's a nice breakfast toast, breakfast, yeah, bread for brunch. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, there you go. See?
And now me too. Like I appreciate really good quality cheese. That I would spend like if I manage to get like a good solid afternoon or morning that is free for me, I would spend that afternoon just looking for new cheese. I know I've reached that maturity level. If I spend a whole afternoon or a whole morning just looking at cheese, it's yeah, because it's like there's so many varieties and you're just
Or
gonna
even
walk
like
into a
the
shop.
good a good combo with the cheese that you picked.
Yes.
Like certain cheese goes with certain like fruit or crackers.
Yes.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know.
Yes. See?
And it's so funny before when I was younger and like when you see your mom in the like let's say in a shop and they start talking to somebody about a specific ingredient and you go like how are they talking about a specific ingredient for so long, and now I understand because like I would spend an afternoon or one morning just talking to a person selling cheese. Now like it's that I've reached that I've reached that level of maturity in terms of my taste buds, I guess. But yeah, no, like, it's funny how even like things that are simple when you're a child, like cheese, the only thing that you would think of is like the stringy cheese or the one that comes in a wax
Yes.
blue circle. That's all that we
Yes.
know
You
as
you have
kids,
those
right?
when you were in high school or like primary school. The cheese. Yeah. So
Yeah,
good.
and you would have it in your like lunchbox, and you would open it up
Yes.
as your snack in
I
school,
didn't even
and that's
like,
all.
yeah, yeah. And even before Sen, I wasn't into like yogurt, but now that I'm older, I love yogurt. Like with fruits and then like honey on top. And it's just I don't know. I don't know how it changed. I think it's the opposite for me. I used to like more I'm into like sweeter like fruit type of food now that I'm older.
But like, have you noticed that
Maybe.
like for me now, totally the opposite. I used to be like on the sweet side. Now it's more savory. I feel like my limit for sugariness is like very small now. Unlike before that I could I could finish a box of like let's say like brownies. Now I'm like
Yeah.
just one or two bites and I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
too much. I need like coffee or something, something like that. I don't. I think Sister Kim like went through that too. Kim, did you go through that too? Like when you feel like you can tolerate sugary things now.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier where like I was able to finish like a big block of chocolate nonstop the whole day without feeling some sort of way. But
Yeah, it's like
yeah, I
there's
think
it hurts here on the throat as well if you have so too much sugar.
too
I don't
much
know if
sugar. Yeah,
that's
and I
aging.
aging. I also realized to enjoy bitter bitter
Oh,
foods
really?
or drink. Yeah, like because you know contrasting taste, like
Mhm.
black coffee with your chocolate croissant or something like that.
Yes.
Like,
Oh
or
yes, we enjoy that now.
yeah, or like I actually enjoy dark chocolate now.
It's
Weirdly
healthier.
enough, I'm not. I don't know about the healthier options, but yeah, that's considered too. But it just tastes. I don't know. It tastes better
Mm.
somehow
I can say the same with
compared to
bread.
what.
Like instead of
Yeah.
white bread, it's brown bread. I
But
enjoy. Yeah, I love brown bread. It's
yeah.
yeah, it's healthier. Same with like rice, brown rice.
Oh.
I I don't know if you get this too, but like it's like kind of like what Kim has mentioned. But now I really do enjoy that like aftertaste of like let's say if you were drinking peppermint tea or like a really good matcha tea, you know that bitter end.
Yeah.
I kind of like that twang on my mouth. It's really nice finish. I feel like if you have that slight bitterness at the end, I feel
Mm.
like yeah, that's a matcha tea or that's like a good peppermint tea. I don't know if you feel the same.
That's a good quality. That's a good quality kind of thing.
Quality tea. That's I'm I'm not I love green tea, but I don't know about matcha. I know people say, it's the same thing, but I'm still a little iffy with yeah, that bitter taste after. I think I need to go to Japan. I need to go more
It's the earthy
traveling.
taste. It's the earthy
Well,
taste.
I feel like it's yeah, the powderiness towards the end. I feel like it kind of takes people by surprise. Because like I
Mm,
guess like other teas, it's more like herby, like really herbal,
yeah,
or like floral, or like what you associate with the flavor. Matcha feels like yeah, there's a powderiness that sometimes it could be a bit overwhelming for people that are just trying it out.
yeah,
But when you get used to it, I feel like it's really pleasant. I don't know, like that's the maturity talking, by the way.
yeah.
You make me actually think about that, Sen, because I used to just drink, the regular tea, like British English tea with sugar and milk, and then coffee with milk and sugar as well. But now I do enjoy like proper just herbal teas, and I'm like, that made me really think how mature my taste buds have gone.
Yeah. I think
I
I want to add as well. You know how a lot of not a lot, some people do not like raw food. Like I never used to like sushi, but now I can eat sushi all day. So
ah,
yeah, that's how I think if you're more exposed or if you keep trying it, your palate, your taste buds will get used to it. Um, but yes, I want to read a comment. Cheryl Boada says, yes, Sister CJ, me too. I'm not sure about matcha, but everyone seems to like it. There you go. She's on my side on this one. Yeah.
team
Team no matcha.
not you team
Team
no
no
matcha.
matcha.
Yeah.
Well, there should be team sparkling water too. So please support the team sparkling water, and also like yeah, it's true. What CJ was mentioning. Even for me, when I was younger, even before I got into like cooking. And working in a professional kitchen, I feel like initially like raw fish, I was like, ooh, slightly apprehensive, but
Yeah.
then when you realize that the level of quality of fish being produced for sushi, you're like, there's actually different levels of freshness, and you could taste that because obviously,
Oh,
like sashimi and sushi, it's just down to like the purest ingredient
yeah.
of that whatever you're eating. Like let's say you're eating a tuna sashimi, it's only tuna. There's nothing else, so you'll purely taste the the meat of the fish. So there's
Mhm.
nothing else unless you dip it in soy sauce. But yeah, you could feel the pureness of the fish. So like you slowly kind of break that down. Oh, is it like fresh? Is it creamy? Is it buttery? Like it
Mhm.
goes through in your you go through that in your head.
Yeah.
And I feel like yeah, that's your palate getting used to like simpler, more natural um, food ingredients, I guess. But I think Sister Kim is about to say something. I think she wants to say
She's thinking
something.
about something. Yes, she wants to add to what
I'm not gonna
Sandy's
talk
saying.
about fish. Like yeah, no, honestly, I'm on the same boat with that one. With the raw fish and the freshness. Because my papa likes to serve like sashimi. Like he'll buy salmon and he'll fillet it and
Nice.
do it himself. But all of this talking about maturity and taste buds, it just gave me this like light bulb kind of an idea, but a realization that, do you know, with steak,
Yes.
there's this thing where they say, "Oh, how do you like your steak? Well done, medium rare, or rare." Like
Yes.
I always go for like well done,
Mhm.
but now like I tried it, like, cause and now I'm edging more on the medium rare now. I don't know, I enjoy it, but before I didn't like it at all, because it's
Mhm.
like it's still pink. So in my
Yeah.
head, it's still not cooked, and I think
Yes.
we all went there, but
Yeah. I think
then
we're more knowledgeable now on
yeah,
how it should be, like how a steak should be cooked, or how which what kind of like how, yeah, what's the best kind of steak that you should have, or like where the food comes from, or um, where did they, like, if is it organic, or like what said earlier, the kind of soil they plant the vegetables in, that kind of thing.
or like which country serves the best sort of food.
Yes,
Like
we're more conscious of it.
Italy is known for the best,
Oh my gosh, yes,
like you
pasta
could
and
say that
pizza,
they give
it's
the
so
best.
different. Yeah, speaking of Italy, yeah, I love Italian food. And like I said, like now that we're older, we're more exposed to all those kinds of dishes. And so traveling is a must.
Yeah, I don't know, I'll mention this as well. Like this is for our Irish listeners and viewers. We have this thing in Ireland. It's called a chicken fillet roll.
Oh, what's that?
Yes,
I know.
What's that?
Yes,
I'm not from
yes.
Ireland, so you have to
yes.
elaborate.
So it's a baguette, and then you put breaded chicken, fried breaded chicken inside, and then whatever salad toppings you wanted. So it could be with tomatoes, onions, and lettuce. And like you could put any kinds of sauce, so like ketchup or like mayo or like um, barbecue sauce, sweet chili. It doesn't matter.
Garlic sauce.
Yes, but for me, I know I reached the maturity level when I enjoy a chicken fillet roll now with just the baguette, pure like Irish butter. Everybody knows Irish butter is just really good quality, and no
Oh,
no fake butter, just Irish butter, um, red onion, plain red onion, and sun-dried tomatoes, and that's my go-to chicken
there's no
fillet
chicken
roll
in
order.
there.
No, there's chicken, obviously.
Oh,
Like you can't order chicken fillet roll without the
all
chicken.
right.
No,
You
without
didn't
chicken.
mention the chicken.
But yeah, I think Sister Kim would have another order. But for those who are thinking of um visit Ireland, you should try chicken fillet roll because
Yes, I
you
will.
can't you can't say that you've been to Ireland unless you had a chicken fillet roll or a spice bag.
Really,
One
really.
tip though, ask them to take the bread out a bit. You have to ask to get the bread out a bit, because you're left with
What
like,
about you?
you
What
know, with
about
the
you, Kim?
chicken roll.
Have you stuck with your usual order since you were like a child, or has it changed? Like for me, it changed completely. Like
Not so much. It's the same, but um, a bit more, in a sense where I'm focused on like the texture and like the crunch. With the chicken fillet roll, it's always been like butter. I would always get butter and mayo. I don't know, and then get the chicken fillet roll, the breaded one, spicy sometimes, lettuce, corn, and then garlic sauce. But now, because I used to work in a deli, I asked them to remove like the bread inside. I don't know how to explain it. Cause like with baguette, you get that crunchy crust outside, right? Then
You're making me so hungry right now.
Yeah, so you
yeah,
take out the inside of it a bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
take out.
Yeah,
Okay. So that you're left
Especially
with
when the baguette,
like
yeah,
baguette. Okay.
yeah. And when it's still hot, it's still like crispy and it's just soft. You should try it definitely. It's so nice.
we'll get CJ acquainted to chicken fillet roll when she comes over to Ireland. So and
Yes.
also those who to join us as well, we'll get you acquainted with all of the Irish food goodies. So you can really say that you've been to Ireland.
Yes. Wow. Okay. So I think we have another question, and this will be our last question. Do you consider yourself at your most adventurous with food now, or have you settled into your food comfort zone? I think we touched up on that earlier. I think for me, yes and no. So both. Yes, I think I'm both. Now that I'm older, I of course I still want to try out a lot of dishes and I still want to see what's out there. And I think you can still be, be more extra with your food and just try out what is nice or what you really like. But now that we're older, like with my family, especially my brothers, they are, they work out. So they're also conscious about what they eat, what they consume. And so we're more on the healthier side now. Whereas before, you just, when you were younger, you'd still go for takeaways or, processed food. But now that we're older, we want to be healthier so that we can live longer. Yeah, I think like what we mentioned earlier, adventures is in like with the healthier option, I feel. Yes. Kim, Ben?
And I do agree. I think I we eat more cleaner now. I don't know how to describe that, but I think most of us agree that getting older, we try to eat cleaner.
Yeah, now we
Like
understand why older
yeah,
people have cleaner diet.
diets.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I actually tried vegetarian and vegan. I tried it for a week, both of those,
Yes.
because I so I started with vegetarian and then I edged to vegan where I substitute everything with tofu. And that's when I learned how to, I guess that's considered as adventurous as well. That's when I learned about different types of like alternatives and like, if for sweetening stuff, it doesn't have to be sugar. You could use honey, stuff like that.
Yes, or sweet
Have you
fruit.
tried that, CJ?
Yes, of course.
Mm,
Like what I mentioned earlier, I love like sweet fruit with yogurt. Yogurt is sour and strong, but
yeah.
when you add like fruit and honey and nuts with it, it's really nice. They blend well.
Have you tried that with frozen grapes with Greek
No,
yogurt
I
with
haven't.
honey?
No.
Oh, you should try it.
Yes, I will.
Has to be frozen grapes though.
Okay, I need to freeze my grapes. Got it. Noted. How about Sen? Are you more adventurous with your food now, or have you settled your food into a comfort zone?
I feel like it's more like both. Now I feel like I know my comfort zone when it comes to like the things that I like. I stick to that a lot more, and then now I also noticed that I guess I'm more open to trying more options, healthier options. Let's say, um, so I could maintain whatever like new diet I wanted to try. Like for example, I am really like also like Sister Kim. I'm really keen on trying a lot more vegetarian, vegan. Not like one example is just because uh, previously in my few years back, I was managing a cafe that is vegetarian vegan. So before, I used to kind of work more with vegan vegetarian options because of work. Because purely because of work. Now I enjoy it. I kind of like the taste of some items and some ingredients now. So that's me being adventurous. But knowing, like for example, let me give you an example. The other week, like I feel like I was really like tired and a bit more like easily like snappy. I feel like it's because I have low iron. So the one of the ways that I could easily fix that is I always get a steak.
There you go.
So
Yes.
yes, steak fixes me. It
Exactly.
yeah, no, it makes me happy. And then yeah, no, I'm fully okay, like in a few hours the next day, because I know it's like my body telling me what I'm
You
missing
need
out on,
this.
like
Yeah.
iron and protein. So yes, I guess that's like I'm on both weighing scales. I guess I'm more adventurous now, but also cautious, but also more um, stable when it comes to things that I like. I don't know if our listeners and our viewers found themselves in the same situation as well.
Yes, most well, I can relate. I can relate. Like I listen to my body now when I'm like, I'm feeling tired or I'm feeling um I don't know, just not myself. I need more sugar. You know how some people are like, oh, sugar, maybe not, yes, not so much, but your body needs sugar in order for you to have, a lot more energy, especially when you're working or, you have a long day ahead. Yeah.
And like it's just so funny how our bodies tell us what we need. Like obviously you wouldn't just eat like sugar all the time. Like just sometimes you get that spark of like cravings. It doesn't come from like nowhere. It's your body telling you what it needs. So like I guess that's the changes in taste of like how maturity plays a part in my diet and my palate now. And overall, yeah, I'm kind of like balanced, I guess. So like I think that's for everyone. Like when you slowly mature, you're more balanced now, unlike before you lean towards more sweet things. I don't know what about you, Sister Kim.
I'm both. Like I know it I like what I like, but that doesn't stop me from trying different things, whether I like it or not, or but definitely one staple thing that I wouldn't ever like is raisins. like, period.
I
yeah,
agree.
that's the thing that
I
I,
agree.
I don't think I'll ever grow out of it. I don't think I'll ever grow out of it. Raisins is my staple no. So I know my likes and my dislikes, definitely.
Even if it's like
Nothing
a
much to
bread, like a cake in a cake.
I'll pick it out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
the
never eat
texture.
plain
Unless it's
raisins
mushy
either.
mushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's really mush that I don't taste the texture. But it's the gritty taste of it that I don't like. But I
So
tried.
you don't like
I
so
tried.
you don't like it in embutido. So those who don't know, it's a Filipino dish. It's like
I love it.
minced pork or minced beef, and it's like steamed. And then there's like vegetables and stuff, and then there's raisins inside. Depending on who cooks it, it's usually there's raisins inside. So you don't like it.
I take it out. I have a pile of it on my plate on the side. It's at the side.
I like your determination of just saying I pick it out,
I pick
because
Oh,
it
you just
out.
really?
dislike it.
It's a no-no. Oh, wow. Yes. But we
Mm.
love grapes. Not raisins, but grapes.
Not raisins. We love grapes, not raisins. Sorry, team no raisins.
So now everybody knows, our listeners and our viewer know which ingredients now we fully support and we fully enjoy now as mature adults. So that brings us to the end of our segment. But don't be afraid, we still have a lot to bring to you here on IC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio, and we'll just go on a quick station break, and we'll bring to you an English Liquors original music cover called "God Makes Miracles." So don't be afraid. We'll be back with you shortly. And please do keep tuning in on INC Radio United Kingdom Satellite Studio.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954,
the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
I hear them telling me that we can't and we won't ever succeed. They say it's impossible, but for God's people, He makes me.
Just as we split the Red Sea today, God perform wonders for you and me. No miracles and not just fairy tales. You need the strength of 1,000 men. That's for God's blessing, cause His power never fails. God's Holy Spirit descended to the masses. That's amazing to share His word for different languages. It's a miracle to see that thousands of souls were added to the church. More than possibility.
We won't stop, we will spread the word of God. He spoke, He purposed it, His work will prevail. His church spread from what the world started as a little flock. This is God's work that north and south could not stop.
Now from the east to the west, let's share the truth, we've been blessed. Let's natural men from the fire. Let's go invite with the fervent desire. Go and perform miracles through His sons and daughters.
God's power is amazing. There's nothing that He cannot do for His chosen ones. Will never stop telling of His love.
I hear them telling me that we can't and we won't ever succeed. They say it's impossible, but for God's people, He makes miracles.
100%, you know we got this with God. There ain't no problems, nothing will ever stop this work that God's messenger
We
started.
gotta work our hardest because our target is within our reach. Bearing fruits for the harvest that is coming and will soon be reaped.
But what about the obstacles and what about the problems? Look at His first nation, all problems He solved them. Yeah, no matter the conditions of our mission, we won't ever tire. Fire, floods, heavy rain, pain, we'll battle on if that's
We'll
required.
fight for our faith by sharing our faith by our Father's holy command. We're inspired, we need to understand that salvation for all men is what our God desires. So nothing, no nothing, no nothing, nothing is impossible.
Victory is on our side. God creates miracles.
God's power is amazing. There's nothing that He cannot do for His chosen ones. Will never stop telling of His love.
I hear them telling me that we can't and we won't ever succeed. They say it's impossible, but for God's people, He makes miracles.
There are people in the world who desire to escape and break from the chains of sin. So we will show them the way. Nothing's impossible. So let your trust in God. He will help us overcome all obstacles.
And we're back on INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. We do hope you're enjoying your Sunday afternoon with us. And it's only quarter to 5, so it's only 4:44 for those who are tuning in. And again, we welcome you on INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. And here with me is CJ and Kim. So we're still on the second part of our program, which will bring to you our CFO in Action segment, which is our segment where we will be discussing some of the activities conducted in the districts of Britain South, Britain North, and in Ireland. So we'll proceed with the first activity we will be reporting to you, which is Britain South District Kadiwa socializing activity. photos you'll be seeing in a couple of moments are some of the photos of our brethren who joined in and took part in this activity of the District of Britain South. Sister Kim or Kim. I know activities like this is such an integral part of for us members of the Church of Christ for coming together as Kadiwa members in our local congregation in our district, right?
That's right, son. So Kadiwas are baptized brethren who are 18 and above who are not married yet. So, as for those who are listening, we are currently showing some pictures of the event. And for those of us watching live, as you can see, you see pictures of Kadiwa members or baptized members who are 18 and above that are not married who are doing activities such as playing Jenga. And they're making there is that buffet they're having a buffet of lumpia or spring rolls, and then they're making halo halo, which is a dessert in the Philippines, where it's ice and the toppings that you like. And yes, like those activities really help you bond with other Kadiwa members in the church, just to get to know each other and just experience brotherly love. And for the
Wow.
next one, it will be Ireland, isn't it? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes, 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 Kim. It's we will be reporting to you about the Ireland activity, which is Dublin baptism, and Welcome My Brethren activity, and it will be shown in a couple moments. Some of the photos taken on that day, and it's a special day for our brothers and sisters who finally had a chance to be baptized as official members of the Church of Christ in this part of the world, in the District of Ireland. And as you can see in the photos there, like to say hello to our brothers and sisters there. They're so happy, and they were um, uh, uh, brothers and sisters from Dublin and the local congregation of Dublin South as well took part in this activity, and they supported our newly baptized brethren along with our district supervising minister, Brother Pepito Acosta, and also our ministers, Brother Marvin Rustia, and then our resident minister here in Dublin South, Brother Alan Del Rosario. They were there supporting this very, very important activity for our local congregation and also for our district in Ireland. And we're so happy for all of our brothers and sisters who were baptized that day. And we'd like to shout them out actually for our brothers and sister, Brother Mark Bautista, hi, Brother Mark, and Sister B May. She's in the photos there. It's like she's so happy, and she's such a bubbly character. So I'd like to say hello to both of them. And yes, we are so happy here in the District of Ireland to be able to fulfill our duties as officers to support activities like this. And we're also thankful to the church administration for allowing us to uphold activities such as this. And I think we'll proceed to the next activity that we have, CJ.
Yes, and we have currently we showed already the District of Britain South, an activity from the Britain South, and another activity in Ireland, and another activity as well in Britain South, which is the Portsmouth Canvas Portrait Painting. And so, as a visual aid, you have there a slideshow of pictures from the said activity where the Kadiwa members and also the Binhi members, again CFO, Christian Family Organization members, participated in this very nice, very well thought of activity. I think you can see there, it's a portrait of their parents, children drawing and painting their parents, which could have been also an appreciation day for the parents, maybe a parents appreciation day. And we love that the children have these kinds of bond with each other. And so most of them I can see are, very young, and they were able to do such an activity together, and also to celebrate their parents. And of course, we are very grateful to the church administration for allowing these kinds of activities. And we are looking forward to many more activities to show on INC Radio. I'm sure a lot of the local congregations also in Britain North, Ireland, and Britain South, these three districts, conduct every week. And so please, those of you who are joining us on INC Radio, and if you're a part of the multimedia please kindly share and we will feature them on the show. And that is it for CFO in action. Those were the activities that were held recently in the districts of Britain South, Ireland, and Britain North, hopefully. And so we just wanted to go ahead and read some shout outs on the YouTube comment section. We have many brethren and also guests who were able to leave comments. One here says, Sister Christina Hebrew, happy watching po to everyone. Greetings from Heathrow, District of Britain South. Sister Norma Williams, shout out to all brethren, to our beloved ministers and brethren all over the world. Hashtag Cardiff, Wales, Britain North. Alvin Messina, happy watching to everyone. Heathrow, Britain South. Can you see anything else you want to add to that, Kim and San?
I just keep seeing Team No Racing. So I think that is Ariel Shum Jr. So there's somebody with you, Kim, Team No Racing. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone joining us always every Sunday. So we do really appreciate your support and participating during our live discussion all throughout our program. And thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Sunday with us. And also, let's see. Let me just shout out Norma Williams, Cardiff, Wales, Britain North. So they'd like to shout out their local congregation. So, and I think there's so many more. Like to say hello to Sister Cheryl and Chris Puado as well for leaving their comments all throughout our program. We do really appreciate your comments. And also their team No Matcha, like you, CJ.
Yes. There you go.
Awaiting for that sparkling one.
I think it's just me.
It's her. I'm sure there's another one. But yes, a quick recap of our show today. So we were able to discuss how our palates or taste buds change over time from being young as a young children, and then now that we're older, our taste buds has changed definitely, and of course for the better. And we also had our CFO in action, where activities from these districts were showcased. And so yes, we'd love to stay, but this is the end of our program, and we hope that you continue to be with us next week again. But before we end our program today, we first would like to greet our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manolo, our Christian Family Organization Coordinator, Brother Angelo Aranyo V. Manolo, and we would also like to say hello to Brother Wally Taray, our Station Manager, and Brother Monteville Boy, our INC Iglesia ni Cristo Media Production Section Chief.
We would also like to extend our greeting to our district supervising ministers of Britain South, Brother Harley Alcantara, Brother Anthony Pena, our district supervising ministers of Britain North, and Brother Pepito Acosta, our district supervising minister for the District of Ireland. We would like to extend our warm greetings to the rest of the ministers and workers in the District of Britain South, Britain North, and Ireland.
And once again, we continue to remind everybody to tune in our next show for next week. And we do hope that you enjoyed our show and continue to tune in on INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio. And keep on watching and listening to INCRadio via live audio and video streaming at iglesianiccristo.net/INCRadio. And don't forget, you could also audio stream via your mobile phones by downloading INCRadio mobile application on your phones or via the YouTube channel. Just type in INCRadio United Kingdom, and then you will be brought to the live show right now. So, and again, don't forget to visit CEBSI Incorporated on Facebook, IG, and X regarding church events that's happening from all over the world. From us on INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio, it's a goodbye this Sunday, and thank you so much for spending your time with us. Bye.
Bye. See you next Sunday.
we may be miles and miles apart. We truly feel His love and care within our hearts. With one faith, one voice, we thank our Almighty God for placing a church administration in His fold to keep watch over the Church of Christ and our friends. From the distant lands we promise to remain united. Yes, we are one, with the church administration in these last days. God's word He constantly is teaching, so we won't forsake our divine calling.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.